Good evening, and we're joined by Clive Tomlinson, Chairman of Team Builder here at Tamworth Football Club. So good evening, Clive, good to have you along.
Kevin, nice to see you again.
So the purpose of this interview is to inform the viewers about Team Builder, and I'd like to start by asking who came up with the idea for Team Builder and when was it established?
Andy Farrington, I think, had approached the chairman probably about 9 or even 10 years ago with this idea, and I'd also had a word with the chairman about a similar scheme. So the chairman actually said, have a word with Andy Farrington, and we got together and set up Team Builder. And the idea of the fund was that we would raise as much money as we could to supplement the budget. As you know, clubs, certainly local clubs to Tamworth, I'll mention some names, Kidderminster and Nuneaton and Telford always seem to be able to outbid us for players' wages. They go broke every other season, but they seem to survive and carry on. But Tamworth have always been well run with the chairman, and we just thought if we can bring this extra funding in, it will give hopefully the team a chance to progress. So that's how Team Builder was set up, and that every penny that comes in through Team Builder will go to the manager to supplement his budget.
How many people are actually involved in the running of Team Builder?
There's a committee of 5, myself as chairman and Brian Whitehouse as the secretary. His wife Teresa is on the committee, Andy Turland and Dave Gold. They've all been long-term supporters of Tamworth Football Club, and we seem to work well together as a committee. And ongoing, it's good. They're all very committed.
For those viewers watching this that aren't aware of Team Builder, or maybe aware but they don't know how it actually works in practice, can you explain how it actually works?
It works really, there's 2 ways of contributing to Team Builder. We try to encourage people, and Andy Farrington's first stage was a pint of beer a week, to give £10 a month to Team Builder. Right. And we've probably got 40 to 50 people who do that. Mm-hmm. And I was approached then by another supporter. He said, I can't afford £10 a month. He said, why don't you do some bucket collections at the matches where people like myself who want to give £1 or £2 can put it in the bucket. And we do that now, and we do that probably 5 games a season and get £200 to £300 each game in the bucket. Which ranges about £1,500 a year or thereabouts. So they're the 2 ways of doing it, and all I can say to anyone who gives to Team Builder, and we've just said it tonight at the AGM, every penny that goes in that bucket or every penny that goes in the bank goes to the manager to supplement his budget. There's no expenses taken out of it. That's all been covered by the committee. We do that ourselves, and so the full money that anyone gives always goes straight to the manager.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, so the 3 ways are a monthly subscription. A standing order.
And that's what we like, because it helps us budget then, and we know what we've got coming in every month, and we can say to the football club, this is what we can do, this is what we can give you.
Okay, and that's a minimum £10?
No, it's not a minimum. I mean, there's 1 or 2 youngsters actually who give us a £5 a month, and that's great, because probably they're just starting work, it's all they can afford. And some it's 5, 10, some give 15, some give 20.
Okay, so whatever you can afford really.
It's what anybody can afford.
Okay, so regular donations that way, one-off donations when somebody feels that
occasionally
they can drop a tenner in or £100 or...
Yeah, we've had people who've given us thousands actually over the years.
And the bucket collections that you
mentioned,
the
bucket collections
4 or 5 times a season.
4 or 5 times a season we do.
Fantastic. It's great work that you guys do, and I just hope by doing this we can just make more people aware that it does go on, and maybe tempt 1 or 2 to join in.
It would be great, because all we do it for is we want Tamworth to have the best side on the field that it can possibly afford.
Yes.
And that's great for the town, it's great for everyone, because if the team's winning, it brings more people in through the gates. more people go to away matches on the coaches, which helps the supporters club. So hopefully it's win-win-win in that way. But yeah.
It's been established, what, 8 or 9 years?
8 or 9 years.
Right, okay. So how much money would you say, put you on the spot a little bit now, Clive, how much money would you say the Team Builder have actually managed to raise in that time so far?
We probably, and I say again, I haven't got the records in front of me, but it must be in the region of probably £70,000 that we've given to the football club.
Wow.
And last season is the season where we've probably given the least, because we only gave £2,000. And that was because the club never came to us to say, can we have this for a certain player or anything. But at Christmas last year, I mean, we did have a word with the directors, because the club was, we thought, could be in danger of getting into a relegation struggle. And we were standing by to help to put money in to sign new players, which would, I mean, to go down again from this level would have been a disaster. But then when Gary and Andrew came in as managers, the team improved and results improved. So we've stayed up without really drawing on any resources from ourselves.
So when the money comes into the Team Builder pot, how do you decide which players to spend the money on?
Well, we don't decide that. It's all down to the manager of the football club at the time. And I know at the moment we've got joint managers, but it also goes through the board of directors. The manager wants to sign a player, and if the player wants more than what his budget would allow him to do, they will come to us and say, look, we want to sign X player, but it's going to cost us £100 a week more than what we've got. Would Team Builder fund that for the season? And we always say yes, really. So we don't pick the team, we don't choose the players. It's all down to the manager of the club.
But you as a committee all have to agree?
As a committee, we all agree. We would vote on it if need be, but there's 5 of us, so there's never a casting vote. But I think there's only been one occasion where we didn't agree with a player they wanted to sign. That's in all the years we've done it. Normally, there's no problem. There was just one occasion where there was one player that we didn't think was the right player for Tamworth, but that's going back a long time.
Okay. Now, whenever there's finances involved, Clive, fans particularly will want to know, to see the transparency really. And from my dealings with Team Builder, you've been very open, and I've seen the AGM, so I know how open you are about things. Every penny goes into that budget for the playing squad. Yeah. But one of the questions I've noted down here was, does the money go anywhere else other than players' wages? Does it contribute in any other way to the squad?
No, we've had a few problems before with the directors, or they've come to us and asked us for help with other things. And I'm thinking that tonight's meeting, Andrew mentioned something about food and various things for players. Team Builder is to supplement the budget for players. We will not give money for anything else whatsoever. That's part of the rules that we've put for Team Builder. So we can honestly say that every penny that comes into Team Builder goes into the playing budget and nothing else.
So it wouldn't go to new floodlights?
It wouldn't go to new floodlights, it wouldn't go to
like
anything at all. It's the actual playing budget.
Okay. It's great to be so clear on that as well. People know exactly
and
what
we're clear on that. And I think it's in our rules anyway. And so when they ask us, it doesn't even have to vote. We can't do it. We won't do it. No.
Right. Well, I know the answer unanimously to this question, but I'll ask it anyway. Do you feel that Team Builder has been a success, Clive?
Well, it's been a success in lots of ways. I mean, we were in the Conference National when it started, and we're now in the Southern League, so we can't really get much slower. But saying that, I mean, it's sad for me to see Tamworth now playing at the level that we're actually playing at. And Tamworth deserves and should certainly be playing at a higher level. So I think Team Builder's been a success. People have joined it, and people are still paying in who started 9 years ago, and they're still contributing. Probably the money hasn't always been used as well as it should have been, But that is all down to the managers, so maybe the wrong players have been signed, or some of the money we do feel has been wasted over the years. But we don't interfere with picking. We can't choose the players to sign. We have a manager who's appointed by the club, and he will stand and fall by his decisions. And sadly there's been a few bad decisions made over the years, but I think team building is so important to Tamworth Football Club. It should be doing better than what it is with the amount of support that the club gets, and I just wish people would get behind it, because it's for their own benefit. I mean, the better the team on the pitch, we're all supporters, and we just want to see the best team Tamworth to provide.
We all want the same thing.
We all want the same thing. I mean, we don't get anything out of it for running Team Builder. It's just a lot of hard work at times, but a lot more people out there. There's loads. I mean, we've got 700 probably regular supporters, and out of them, 40 or 50 are the ones who are contributing to Team Builder. I know with the bucket collections, a few more people will put money in the bucket, but if another 20 or 30 came on board, it would make so much difference to the team and to the squad, because that money's coming in every month. We can talk to the directors and say we can do more. But yeah, we keep trying anyway. We're doing our best, and we can't force people to join. But we've had our AGM tonight, which you've been at and listened to, and more people have signed up this evening, which is great news.
It's been a very productive evening.
It's been a very productive evening. Yeah.
And let's hope that momentum continues, really, and hopefully viewers from watching this video, you'll feel a little bit more inclined to part with your hard-earned cash and perhaps donate regularly to Team Builder. It's a great cause and a great bunch of people that are involved with that, and the work is often, I wouldn't say unappreciated, but it's just not noticed really, is it, Clive? I think a lot of things go on in the background at Tamworth FC, people like yourself, and aren't always appreciated.
Well, we just do it for the football club, and we do get, I mean, certain players who've been signed, and we've said the Team Builder have signed this player, you know, we've contributed, and some fans have not been happy with that player, but it's not our decision, you know. All we're doing is trying to support the football club and to get the football club back up to where it belongs, or where we want it to be. I've always felt Tamworth could be a football league club. I mean, I do think the support is out there, and if we get a winning team, like when we went to play at Everton, I mean, 5,000 people went to Everton. When we went to Wembley, half the town went. So there is support out there for the club. We just need to try and get it back on the pitch.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure speaking to you, Clive. Thank you very much for your time.
Well, thank you, Kev.
And we'll do this again at some point.
Thank you.
Good luck for the rest of the season. Viewers, if you haven't subscribed to the Lamps Media YouTube channel as yet, then please do. It is free. Don't be scared by the word subscribe, and also click the bell so that you get the notifications of any new content that we put up. Thank you.